Is it not working?
We're on.
Oh, it is. It is. You're recording. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Training, my favorite time of the week. Thanks so much, all of you, for coming on earlier. Like, really, really grateful for that. Just wanted to do a blast 20 minutes before we do the event in 20 minutes time. So, Naomi, I just want to pick up on what you just said. So Naomi just said that she's got more people interested right now, with what she's doing, etc. So I just want to pick up on that and say, and you said consistency, you've been really consistent lately. So can you just like elaborate on that? I really want, I want to hear, because I feel like with you, I hope you don't mind me saying this to everyone available. I feel like with you, you've got so close to so many people, and yet then nothing's happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it must be so frustrating for you. That's happened to me a ton of times. It must be so frustrating for you, but also kind of I want to ask you, like, what's going on with that? Do you think it's a fault of your own, or do you just think it's the nature of the game? And now you're more consistent. Have you seen a difference?
I feel it was the nature of the game. In all honesty, I think it was slightly nature of the game, but also myself not coming right to the end and not being too consistent or being a bit nervous with the situation.
Okay.
But I've kept it flowing nicely, and they've been confident within me as well, even more, which I'd noticed people didn't have before. They was confident,
yeah.
But I felt that they still felt that I was new. So I thought, right, I'm going to mix it all up and just be me. And the consistency helped a lot as well, because I kept it straight from the start right up to now, and I'm keeping it ongoing for afterwards as well.
Nice.
So I'm not.
Go on, carry on.
It was mainly the consistency, which I slipped a little bit on the end. Does that make sense?
Why was that?
When it was the very end bit, I wasn't that confident in myself.
Okay.
And I know that was it. Whereas I was the lead up, I was really confident in myself, and then at the end, I'm like, oh, they want to know. No. So I know I just need to keep that consistency, the confidence from start to end, and the follow up as well. You have to look after.
Nice. So what's the difference? Is it personal development?
Yeah, I've improved on that a lot.
Okay, good.
So I was doing personal development
really
before,
good.
but
I remember telling you that. I remember telling you to stop doing your personal development at the same time as your power hour. And I think I want all of you more than anything to just realize that personal development is so important. Jenny was harping on about the Motivation Manifesto when she came on. And honestly, personal development is so important. I don't know, like, literally, we could all be preachers of it, but honestly, like, it's so important. Today, I went and sat in the sun. I mean, I lay in today, which maybe I shouldn't have done, but whatever, I did it. And I lay in, I slept a lot, and actually, I think I needed it, so that's okay. And then the shred, if anything, the shred has just made me want to sleep so much. I think I've had like, most days this week, I've had like nearly 7-8 hours sleep, and like consistently I've slept a lot, which doesn't ever really happen normally with me. One, I don't really have a choice. This week I've had more flexibility with it, and actually, if anything, I've allowed myself to do that, because when your body's doing the shred, you are doing a detox. And the thing is, I've been naughty too, and I've drank alcohol 3 times. So now I'm not drinking alcohol for 2.5 weeks until I go to a festival. I'm like going super clean again, and the shred, even though I am going to finish it on Wednesday, I already can feel in myself that I'm definitely going to carry on these habits good. You know what the great thing is? On the 6th of August, that's the date for the next shred, by the way. So you all should be telling people, oh yeah, like this is what's great about me being on the shred right now, is people are like, I even got a message today from a guy that I just met 2 weeks ago at the football, who's my friend's friend. He's a serial entrepreneur, so I actually can't wait to talk to him, because he's going to help me a lot, I think, with like from a business mindset point of view. But basically, he was saying to me, what did he say to me? He texted me and basically said, oh, what is your training regime? And like, what do you do to train? Because I've got to get rid of this beer belly, and I'm overcoming from an ankle injury 2 months ago. So I sent him, I said, I'll screenshot it to you all, but I said, oh, I do 2 weight sessions a week. I do 2 HIIT sessions, and now I do a class a week. And I try and work out 5 days a week. And I said, and if I ever work out more, then I always do HIIT sessions. I never do more than 2 weight sessions. And that's just because for me, my trainer has told me not to do that. because I'm trying to stay a certain size, not get any musclier. I just want to look super slim and toned. And if anything, I need to kind of make my hips and my waist smaller, which is a model thing. I don't expect anyone to understand that. I know that sounds really crazy, but it's the nature of being a model. So I want to tell you all of that because I want you all to understand if you ever meet a model that's like, oh, I need to be smaller, not because she's anorexic, it's because that's what she feels the need is for herself and her industry. And for me in London right now, I'm happy. I'm so happy as I am. My body's never been so good. I've never trained so hard lately. And, you know, I'm in a really, really, really good place mentally more than anything. Mentally is the most important thing. But I want you all to understand every single kind of body type, not just your own body type. It's really important to, you know, understand everybody's. Like for me, the other day when we were talking in the group, and Rebecca was saying, "Oh, don't do two." She was saying, "Don't do two shakes for meals. That's not enough food." That is true for someone like Rebecca, because if Rebecca or me even, if I did two shakes a day and I did salad, like two shakes a day and then a healthy meal, like my weight would completely change because of how much I'm training to and how much I'm on my feet. Whereas someone like Jenny, for example, who was doing it, whose life is completely different to mine, Rebecca's, her body is completely different. Jenny's also had a child, so her body's been through a completely different process that me and Rebecca have. Like, it's completely fine and healthy when you're trying to lose weight to do that. But Rebecca isn't trying to lose weight, and neither am I. So for someone who's not trying to lose weight to take two shakes a day and a healthy meal, it's kind of like, it's not too little food, like it is enough food and it is nutritionally enough, but it's like it's not the best for that person's body. Does that make sense? So like Rebecca and me are training at different levels too. So I can't even directly compare my body to Rebecca's because we're different. Like for one, Rebecca has really big boobs and I don't. So like it's, do you know what I mean? It's completely different. So just it, I mean, but at the same time, I understand why Rebecca was saying that. You know, she wasn't saying it from a bad place. She said what I have taught her. You know, she was like, "Oh, don't do that," because I've taught her not to do that. Like I've told her, "Don't do that. You need to have, you know, you can have one shake for breakfast for a meal." Um, Even when I was trying to lose weight in Milan, not trying, I was a year and a half ago when I was losing weight and I was really skinny and I was basically starving myself. I was only doing one shake a day, and then my other two meals were small meals. So I never had just two shakes a day. Like I've never done that as meals. So I think all of you, please just message me if you're doing your own like weight journey yourself, or if you're not sure if you need to do two shakes a day. Please just message me. It is a bit of trial and error with every single body is very different. And if you are unsure with your customer, then please, you know, come to me and just ask me. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a hell of a lot of people in Juice Plus that I know I can go to that will help us with that. So I just really, really, really think I want us to get it right. And if you don't know the answer, it's okay. It's better to be like, hey, look, actually, I'm not sure. Let me check with my mentor. Let me check with somebody because this is somebody's, you know, body. Does someone take themselves off mute for me to say something? No? Okay. I thought someone wanted to say something. I just don't like rambling. So that's just a great thing with the shred. I mean, I feel really amazing considering I've still drank alcohol. I have had a few bits of bread and pizza and like not bread but like a wrap, you know, and pizza and I had a bit of dairy on Friday afternoon, but I definitely feel completely. I mean, I come on, I'm out coffee for 7 days, guys. That's a really big achievement for me. Like, I love coffee, and I actually am gonna have a coffee on Thursday. I'm definitely gonna treat myself, but I'm not gonna become addicted to it again. So Naomi has a question. So before we go to Naomi, I just want everybody to do this. So I want everybody, if you've not done it already, to write down 3 things you're grateful for right now in this moment today. What is it you're actually grateful for? I just want to take 1 minute to do that. I'm going to do it with you. Okay, so I just wrote my three. I'm grateful for summer in England and the freedom to sit and relax in the sun and take time out for me. I'm grateful for my business partner that keeps me on track when I feel like I can't do it and my mind tries to convince me I'm not good enough. And I'm grateful for my discipline with working out. So I hope everybody's written that down. If you haven't, I want you to pause and go back to that later. Now I want you to write down three things that you want to achieve this week. Hmm. Okay, so I've put I want to sign up three new team members. I want to put five customers on Shred, which is shakes and capsules, and I want to do six workouts this week. There's a lot more things I want to do this week, of course, but you have to start small. And now I want you to go back to those three things. If you haven't finished the three things, just pause so you can do this next part. I know I'm going quickly, but it's just because I want to start on time with the other call. Um, the other thing is now I want you to go back and look at those three things and say, oh, now I want you to write down three things that will stop you from achieving that this week. If you didn't write down three, you only wrote one or two, that's fine. Just think about what are those things that are going to stop you this week from achieving your goals. Okay, so really simple, really quick. This is mine. The excuse of time, the lack of discipline, and the lack of focus. So now I've put that out there, put that out there to the universe, and I've made myself accountable with all of you with what I want to do, and also what's going to stop me this week. That's a really powerful thing to do with each other. So I want you all, when you finish that by tomorrow, I want you all to have written your three things you're grateful for, your three things you want to do this week, and your three things that will stop you from achieving your goal this week, and put them in a group so we can hold each other accountable. Really important that we do that together as a team, because if you don't hold yourself accountable, then how can you ever expect to grow? You have to find people in this life to hold you accountable to everything, whatever it is. And this week, my three goals are customers, team members, and workouts. So I'm holding myself accountable by saying to you guys, my excuses, really, the reasons I won't do that this week are because I say I have no time. I say I have no, because I haven't got no discipline and because I haven't got enough focus. I know I can achieve great, wonderful, magnificent, magical things when I put my mind to it and when I stop with the excuses. Most of the things that you will have written down, the reasons to stop you getting where you want to get to, are literally very simple. It's just an excuse. If you're in a funk right now, or if you've had a bad week, or you've had a bad month, or the middle of July, and you're thinking, oh shit, I'm not going to hit my promotion again, blah, 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 then you need to stop that. You need to draw in the line in the sand, and you need to stop that and say, I'm not paying myself those excuses and that shit anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and tomorrow's a brand new day, and it's a fresh new day, and it's going to be the Monday, 16th of July, and I'm going to have a great, focused, disciplined day that is going to be focused around me using my time wisely. If you aren't all saying that to yourself, then maybe that's not your excuse or your time. Fine, but like for most of us, it is. Some of us are moms, some of us have other careers going on, some of us have just started a new business, some of us have a very consuming time job, you know, but some of us just are full of fucking excuses, excuse my French, but we are. And if you want to get promoted this month and you want to get paid this month, like I know for a fact I got paid really well this month. In fact, I haven't been paid that well for 2 months, and I got paid that well because of someone like Jenny. Jenny's not even in my front line, but Jenny did work so hard this month that what Jenny did, I know was the difference in my paycheck. It was also the fact that Rebecca had other people signed up. It was also the fact I got a few new customers, customers reordered for me. Like, I've kept a couple of people on a consistent customer growing program. And I got paid, you know, enough money to really help me towards living in London this month, which was, and the reason I don't really ever share with you guys how much I earn is because money to me and money to all of us is really, really different. And I don't want to sit here and brag because I'm worth. I know if I had worked double as hard, I probably would have got paid double as much. So, like, would I have thousands of money. I got hundreds. £32. So I think it might have been less. It could have been 27. I'll never forget. Oh, can you hear me back? Um, I'm sat still. I don't understand why my signal went. I'll never forget my first paycheck with Juice Plus. You know, I'll never forget the month where I got like £978, something like that, and I went on holiday 3 times that year. Oh my God, I'll never forget that. And you know, it's not a ton of money, and it's not like thousands and thousands, but you know what? That money to me at the time when I was 23, my best friend had just died, and I didn't know what to do with my life, and I'd worked so hard the first 18 days. Some of you don't know this story, a lot of you do, but the month that I went to SC, which was 2 years ago, whatever, my first 16 days of business was so strong. I did pretty much 6,000 points in my first 2 weeks of business. So for you to, any of you to sit there and say to me, "Oh, this is too hard," not of on the 16th of April is that I had a party with my friends for my birthday, and I partied so hard that I took the whole weekend off because I was so trashed the day after. The 17th came and I was so wrecked. The 18th came and I woke up on Sunday morning and it was like 1 p.m. when I woke up because I was super hangover. We watched Interstellar the night before and we all got high together. And I used to do drugs and I was at uni. It was really not pretty. But I woke up on Sunday morning and I was still trashed, and I got a text from my one of my friend's mum, who I didn't know the name was, and I thought it was a fake account, and I thought it was bullshit. And she said, "Fernanda is no longer with us." And I tell you that, and I still have goosebumps to this day, and I always have when I tell that story, because I read the text and I was hungover and I didn't know where I was, and I was like, "What?" And immediately I became in this place of I didn't know what my life was. I didn't know who I was because something had happened to me that had never happened to me before. I'll never forget the screams that I'd never screamed like that. I've never screamed like that in my life. And I'm not somebody that comes from a perfect childhood, but I've never screamed like that in my life. And I've never had to deal with that amount of pain in one go. And I've never had to relay information to my friends and tell all my friends that our friends had died. I've never had to do that. But you know what happened? So on the 18th, sorry, he passed away on the 18th. We found it on the 20th. So the first 18 days of my business, I smashed it. I became very, and I don't use the word depressed, but that's the only word I can begin to describe how I felt. I went, I did no business for a week. Went to Morocco, did no business. I remember doing a team training call with whoever was in my team then, just like trying to bring myself together to do this team call because this was my month. I was going to get SC that month, no matter what, high or hell. I was going to get SC that month, and I still had 500 points to find. So I got back. My college, and I was like, "Fuck, what am I going to do? I have to get this promotion." My friend, this is what I said, right? And like literally, I looked at the and I was like, "You stupid bitch, you can't even get SC." I was horrible to myself. I was like, "Stupid bitch, you can't even get SC." I was like, "Your friend just died and you can't prove anything to him, to yourself. What is wrong with you?" The last thing my best friend, one of my best friends said to me when he died was to myself, "You can't even prove to him that you could get SC. You can't even prove to him." And I worked and I found my 3 orders. And you know what I did? 2 of those orders I put under my front line. Why? Because if I put them under her, she got SDD and I got SC. That's how it worked. That month, my boyfriend got DD. One of my best friends in business got SDD. She quit the business after that month because she made £600, and then that was it. She didn't want to be in the business anymore. And I hit SC. And on the 10th of May, you know what money did do for me? Money meant that month that I could take time off, myself. 2 days off. who feels like they would really like to look after themselves, but feels like they can't? Honestly, it's so important to take time for yourself. And money doesn't fix things, and money doesn't make life amazing. But you know what? Money helps you when nothing else can sometimes. So I really tell you that story because I want you to all realize that this is possible. I did SC pretty much in 18 days. 18 days. I have a DD in my business then, I don't think. So and to get SC in the UK, you have to have a DD in your business. But I made it happen, and I went to work, and I made it happen. And all of you can do that. And I tell you that story because all of you can do that. Every single one of you. I told you the longer version of my story. I don't think I've told anyone, not even Rebecca. Rebecca doesn't even know the full version, I don't think. And that's because I didn't see anyone pop on at 9, so I knew I could take 5 minutes to do that. But basically, I just really, really want you to all realize this is possible. Like, it is possible. There's 2 weeks left in the month. You could completely change your month. And I think so many of us sing the same story. Stop singing yourself the story of that it's not going to happen for you. If you sing that story, then guess what's not going to happen to you? You have to tell yourself good, positive, inspirational, motivational things. If you don't ever expect to win. You have to win. You have to allow yourself to win. And so many of you don't put yourself in that place, you know? So there's just one more thing I want to all do together. Actually, so I want you to all do this afterwards. Let's all do this afterwards so I can talk about this instead. Afterwards, after the call, I want you to all go and message 5 people that recently liked your posts. If you've already done that and you haven't got anyone to follow up with, then you're going to go on your news feed and you're going to scroll until you find 5 people, and and it should be the first 5 people on your wall, and say, "Oh my God, hi, just wanted to check in and say how you were." Find an excuse to talk to them. Okay? Make sense? And the last thing I want to say is have a positive attitude. Every single one of you does have this, but I really want you to take your positive attitude to the next level. Take it to a whole new playing field. Be the person that people want to hang around with because you're positive. Because when you are someone's friend because you're positive, guess what? That person wants to be in your team. If they think being with Naomi is going to make them happier, do you think they're going to join her team or not? Yeah, they're going to join. So be a person that's hungry for more, hungry for positive attitudes. Don't be, and be really careful how you talk about things on social media. For me, I've never liked to be like, hungry on Facebook for kind of certain things. There is a time and a place for recruitment, and there is a time and a place for looking for new customers, but just do it with decorum, if that's the right word. Do it with like polite. You know how people think English people are really polite, like drink British tea? Do it with that kind of attitude. Do it with kind of like an attitude of like being so polite that people would want to go for tea with you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to be a shark, it's great to be a shark, but be a shark in the team atmosphere, only in the team. Don't be a shark out there trying to bite people and trying to get customers and trying to get team members, because people don't like that. People think that you're only after them for one thing. You can do that with me and you can do that with the team. Please do that with us. I can't wait. I love it when you guys do that. But when it comes to like customers and team members, just like be a, oh God, I can't think of a soft sea animal. Be Dory from Finding Nemo. Be everybody's friend, Be like, okay, this is a really great story. Bruce is the shark. Be Bruce with the team and be Dory with the prospects. When you're Dory with the prospects, everybody wants to be your friend. And you can innocently forget things and people still love you for it. Like Dory. But if you're a shark and you're hungry, people don't want to be a shark's best friend. They don't want that in their life because, like, you're hungry. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to be friends with that, but they do want to be friends with someone who innocently forgets. That's okay, I just have to check my phone. Anyway, so any more questions? I mean, maybe we can just do training and people can practice their stories. since we haven't got any prospects on. Does anyone have any questions? Or maybe we can use this time to just, do one-to-one training if anyone feels like they're lacking something.
I've got a question. Well, it's like two questions, kind of. Right. I've got a prospect on now who I've known for absolutely years, and she's had a couple of kids. They're all grown up now, but she's struggled losing her weight. So she's wanting to lose the weight, but she knows the problem of why she's not losing weight. She's like, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, okay, but I've sat and figured out the person and what they do in life, and I've just sat and talked to them and found out their routine and what we can do, what us as Juice Plus can do for them. And yeah, and basically, what I think the best thing for this lady I'm talking about is for her to be on the 10-day shred. Does that make sense? To be on the 10-day shred, but I know she doesn't exercise that much, so I think she might need to boost herself up. Does that make sense? I think that's what she needs, because she doesn't exercise as much. So that is a question, really. Am I going about it? Pardon?
What is the question, though? I'm confused.
Is the 10-day shred, would that be good for her? And if it sounds like she's wanting to sign up like more or less today, so would she be able to start the shred as soon as she gets the products?
No, I don't recommend that. Make her wait till August. She can start the products. The thing is, if she orders now,
they'll be going into
she's not going to get them until the 20. Well, she could get them in 4 days. She could get them in 7. My point being is, you don't want her to do the shred on their own. The point of the shred is that people order, they get their products, and we all do it together at the same date. The only reason I've done the shred kind of like on my own the last week is because I wanted to have living proof examples of what a shred can do for people, and also because I haven't done a shred in a really long time, and I really haven't taken a shred seriously for a long time. And even though I did take alcohol this week, I was very honest at the beginning. I was like, I am going to drink alcohol this week. Like, I was very, honest with myself. Didn't matter who else I was honest with. I was honest with myself. So yes, she can order the product, and she needs to start them straight away. But she doesn't need to do the shred straight away. She needs to wait until the 6th of August, because if she's doing it on her own, she's going to lack motivation. She's not going to stay on track. She's not going to want to do it as much. She has to do it with the nature of the team, and you all should be doing the shred with us on the 6th of August. Everyone should be doing it.
I started the shred on the same day as you, and I've noticed a difference in myself, and I've only put a couple of posts up about the shred, and I've had people blasting me, just private messaging me about the products and how I'm losing the weight, how I'm looking so good, and they've followed my journey, and I've stalked my Facebook page. Do you know when do you know from like how they've been messaging me? And that's how a lot of my customers, a lot of the potentials have been like messaging me today. So which awesome. I've got another customer who was on Juice Plus before, and she knows the downfall, but you've actually answered my question. I can get them both onto the shred on the 6th of August.
Yeah, but they could order the products now, because they need to order the products now, because otherwise they're not going to have them in time.
Yeah.
That's what you want to tell them, like say that. Yeah,
the second lady who was on Juice Plus, she knows everything about the Juice Plus products, so I didn't really need to. I just had to answer some questions for her, and she goes to the gym regular, whereas the other lady doesn't. But
right,
I'm going to get them both on the shred on the 6th of August.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. Do that. Anyone have questions? Actually, can you just give me? I need to call my friend a minute. So give me a minute. I'm going to leave the call. Can someone share the 3 things they want to achieve this week and the 3 things that will be stopping them? I'm going to do that while I just jump off and I'll call my friend.
I can do that. Oh, do you want somebody else?
Jenny, you can do it after, because I saw.
Oh, sorry, Jenny.
I'll be back in a minute. No, carry on.
So you want us to do 3 things are you grateful for, did you say?
Yeah, it's 3 things that you're grateful for and 3 things that you want to achieve this week.
Right, okay, let's go. So my 3 things I'm grateful for is for my family, Right, I know it's like a bit different from like Sasha's, but my family, my health, because that's something you just need. You need your health, and for it to improve, that's even better. And my having a roof over my head, which will also help me just being me, because it's like just my safe haven. And then my 3 things I want to achieve this week is to achieve my more personal discipline to myself. I need to discipline me every day from waking up to going to bed and just having a routine a bit more. 4, getting at least 3-4 new customers this week and a team member. I know it sounds really big achievement, but the 7 days in a week. So it's achievable, and that's how I view it. And over to you, Jenny.
No worse than the other day. I was on Healthy Travelers calling Lauren, or Erin McPherson called me Jennifer, and I was just like, Anyway, so 3 things I'm grateful for are my son, my family at H&E / my business, and like you said, your health, because I definitely am not grateful enough for my health due to the fact that I could have died last year, and like I'm lucky to be alive. So that's something I'm super grateful for. And 3 things how I'm going to achieve. Well, 3 things I want to achieve this week are definitely want to read the Motivation Manifesto. Like, I just read the 1 chapter last night and over again, like twice, and it was like absolutely amazing. Can't wait to actually get into it. I want to get 5 new customers and 3 new team this week, and that's just minimum. And I actually want to like work out like every day. I know that's been pretty much my goal almost every time, and I always end up slipping, but at least every day, if not like maximum 5, no less than 5 days a week, I got to do some kind of exercise, whether it's walking or like actually working out. And yeah, anybody else wants to share?
Well, is that what you shared, your 3 things you're grateful for?
My 3 things that I'm grateful for, I shared them, but they're my son, my family at H&E.
No, I heard, sorry. But what I'm saying is, can you share your 3 things you want to achieve this week?
Oh, yeah, I just did. I want to read the Motivation Manifesto. I want to work out at least 5 times. Like I said, I did write down every day, but honestly, like, I need to have a break day at least. And 5 new customers and 3 new team.
So what's going to stop you?
What's going to stop me is if I'm not consistent enough, the discipline, and excuses of time. Like, because I always I'm constantly on the go, and like I just seem like I never make enough time. But I'm going to schedule it out so that I have like I was watching that live the other night, and she said use blocks of time, like block time out.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that I have, like I've been saying I'm going to do, but I just haven't been doing it. But like I really need to like get up early and block that time out.
Cool. Awesome. It's good. It's really good. Anybody else want to share the 3 things they want to do this week and what's going to stop them?
Yeah, I'm just getting my notepad. Okay.
Hi, Bex.
Hi. So I didn't hear the whole write 3 things, so I wrote a lot of grateful things, but I'll just pick the 3 main ones. So 3 things I'm grateful for. My health, which is the same as everyone, because everyone's got to be grateful for that. My team and business, because they always get me through my bad days, and also my sister and colleagues was 2 other ones. Obviously my sister, everyone knows, but we don't spend as much time together, but lately obviously we went camping and everything, so it makes you more grateful of having that one person there. And colleagues, not all of my colleagues, certain few, but certain few who really look after me at work, like something little as like reminding me to drink water and, you know, making sure I take a lunch break and that sort of thing. So I've really, really realised how grateful I am for the people I work with, because, you know, they really look after me in a job that is, you know, stressful enough as it is. 3 things I want to achieve this week. I want 1,000 more points in my business to make sure I am well on my way for promotion this month. I want to get 5 workouts this week, so like work out 5 days of the week. I have worked out quite a lot this week, but not enough as I want to, so I want to work out more, and that's going to be alongside the shred, because I'm starting the shred tomorrow, so definitely need to do that. And I would like 2 new team members this week as well. So that, and 3 things that'll stop me. Same as everyone, using time and tiredness as an excuse. Tiredness is my biggest one. Like time is sometimes, but tiredness is the worst thing for me, because I come home from work and I'm always like, I always end up just like, I'll do everything and then I'll be too tired to do business. So I'll do some, but I'll never do as much as I want to. And that was my second one, not prioritizing business. So like on my days off, for example, like prioritizing doing business first, like do a power hour in the morning, do all my daily stuff, what I need to get done, and then, you know, business again, and then other things, because it was Tasha who actually pointed this out, which was really, and I'm really grateful for, that I was doing everything else and then sitting down and doing business later, which I always thought was, get everything out of the way and then I can focus on business. But by the time it got around to focusing on business, I couldn't, because I was so tired. So, and I didn't actually really see that myself. So I want to thank Tasha for that, because that kind of really sort of put it in perspective. So I'm really going to try and focus on that this week, because I still haven't kind of really done that this week. It's been a bit mad, but I really need to focus on doing that. And not being consistent, that'll stop me if I'm not, at least doing DMO and the bare minimum every single day at least. So yeah, those are my things.
That's cool. That's good. That's good. Lots of good distinctions. Oh, excuse me. Oh, poop. Lots of good distinctions. I think that's the truth. We all, sometimes we do everything else, and it's basically we're procrastinating. We procrastinate so much into everything else in our life because we think that's actually important, but actually you have to ask yourself, what's really important here? Can the dishes wait until I've done my business power hour, or should I do them now? And the truth is, most of the time is the dishes can wait, and that most of us seem to think that they won't, but truly it's just procrastination. If it's your kids, it's a different story, but for a lot of us who don't have kids, it's more literally, what is it that you can do after you've done your business? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. It's the sun and the workout. So does anyone else want to share? Or in fact, does anyone have any one-to-one training they need to do? I'd like to do that now, really. Because I feel like everybody learns a lot from the one-to-one training.
I could have one-to-one training, but I don't have any questions as yet, but you can fire away if you like, if that makes sense.
So I suppose my question for everybody is, are you where you want to be so far this month? And if you're not, then what's the difference? What's it going to take to get you to where you need to get to?
For me, it's just kind of focusing on the things I've just spoke about and wrote down, is stop using excuses. I've had a crazy week, but other people in the team have had a crazy week, and I've definitely let that get in the way of, I've still stayed consistent. I've done the DMO, but I haven't done it at all to what I could have done, and it's really showed in my points compared to last month. No, I shouldn't compare to last month, but compared to where I was at this time last month, it's nothing, and it really shows. Last month I was focused on routine. I was doing a morning routine. I was making sure I did my business all the time. I did a couple of power hours with everyone, and I think I recognise what I need to do for getting myself back in that space. I just need to make sure I do it, and really stop using tiredness as an excuse, basically, and just get off my ass and do it. Yeah, I just need to get up and do it, really. Basically, it's the simple fact, and I think a lot of us are like that. Personal development, I feel like I've slipped a little bit again. I was doing really well, and I started doing the gratitude journal thing, what Jenny suggested, and it really, really did help. And again, I've got past that because I get into bed and I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, and I end up falling asleep. So maybe I should make it the last thing I do before I get in bed, and then at least I've made sure I've done it before I get in bed. That's just literally come to me now. I could probably do that. It's probably a little better idea, because by the time I get in bed, that's it, I'm off. So, I need to do that. Naomi's laughing. It's true. I'm like out as soon as I get in. So if I at least, if I do it before I actually get into bed, then I'll make sure I've done it, because it really did help me last month when I started doing that. So I really just kind of need to hold myself accountable to doing that. And power hours, I need to set time aside for power hours, because I haven't been getting on most of them, what me and my buddies have been doing, and then I end up forgetting to actually schedule my own if I've not got on them. So I really need to make sure I do that. So maybe I'm going to sit down tonight, and I'm actually going to write down and see what times I can do, compared to what you've sent over, Tasha, and see what I can do and what I can't, and then at least I can schedule it in now, and then I can at least make sure I'll do it this week, because those really, really do help. Flash out some business, and then you can get on with stuff, basically.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, I'm trying to find out where the frick my friend is. Yeah, well, it's true. I think that, a lot of the time, again, it just all goes back to convincing ourselves of stuff that isn't true all the time, And I think that also, excuse me, wow, this is why I did my business already today, so that if I'm too tired tonight, I've already done it. I think also what you want to remember is that if you know you're going to get tired at the end of the day, if you know you're going to be tired at a certain point, then you need to prioritize doing your business at times that you're not going to be tired. So that could mean going to bed earlier and getting up earlier so you can do your business. If you went to bed at 10 p.m, you could get up at 6, and if you start work at 9, that's 3 hours. If you're like me, I normally need like an hour to prep everything, shower and get ready. So that gives me 2 hours to go and do what I need to do, So it's like, use that time use your time differently. You don't have to get up at a certain time just because other people do that. Like, you can get up at whatever time you need to. Like, for me, sometimes I go to bed at 2, 3 a.m. So I have to get up later than 9, or like I get up later than 7 and I end up getting up like 9, and that's okay because I need the sleep for me. So sometimes you just have to do, what's right for you and your body, not necessarily like what you think is right. Makes sense?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I've always known that I work a lot better in the morning, so I need to make sure I'm getting up. I get up early enough anyway, but it's that thing again of, in the morning I've got my stuff I need to do before I go to work, for example, and it always ends up that takes over my morning. But last month I was doing really well of getting up and making sure I got all my stuff done, and then I'd spend at least 20-25 minutes in the morning and I'd make sure I did my business. And I haven't done that for the last few mornings, and I can really tell the difference because it stresses me out then. So by the time I get to work, I haven't had a chance to do much, and then it's kind of a rolling thing then, and then I'm stressed because I haven't done business, and then I have a short lunch break, so I don't get much done. So it's kind of a rolling thing. So I really need to focus on getting up and making sure I give myself that time in the morning just to, get me started with the day, basically. So yeah, I 100% with that. Agree with that. So I'm gonna have to make sure I definitely making sure I at least set out some time in the morning just to start everything off. because I know for a fact I work a heck of a lot better in the morning than I do on a night. I'm definitely not a night owl like you. Tasha's face is frozen. You've gone, Tasha.
That. Can you see me yet?
Yes, no.
Now?
There you are. You're back.
Oh my god, this is so weird. I'm sat. Maybe I should move. I'm sat like in one place. Oh, my bag is heavy. So I love this little cubby hole that I found. So yeah. So yeah, that's my question really, is that like making sure that you. I missed the end of what you said.
I was just saying I really need to make sure I continue setting time aside in the morning to start my business off, because that really helps me get started for the day. And because of XYZ this week, I haven't ended up doing it for different reasons. So it's not exactly, it doesn't start my day off right, and then it kind of has a rolling effect then. And I was just saying, I'm not a night owl like you. I can't work. I don't work very well later on in the day. Like I'm literally just sitting down again because I've ended up doing other stuff before. So I really need to focus on doing that, doing it earlier, and then sort of like my evening can be my time, and then go to bed earlier to get up earlier, like you said. So
Yeah,
I'm really
sometimes you just have to go by your own schedule, but I think sometimes what we do is, because we're human, right? We just try and convince ourselves that we should go with everybody else's schedule.
yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a funny one. So Evelyn, don't worry, it's fine. You're allowed to have a moment. It's completely fine. No one's going to say anything. And if anything, good for you for admitting and sharing with us, but also like don't put yourself under pressure and think that you're not capable and think that you can't do what we're talking about, because you totally can. Does anybody else have any other questions, or maybe something that you want to share?
Mine is kind of similar to Bex's. It's just my achievements. I know if I stick to my achievements and not let the things what will stop me from doing achievements, if I don't let them intermingle with each other, I know I can progress. And I've noticed that with the last few days, I've noticed that. And now they're written down on black and white, I've noticed it shows even more just that it's on paper. So yeah, I just need to improve my achievements for this week or for the future, and not let anything stop my achievements.
And also manage your expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
I think some of us pick such crazy numbers sometimes to achieve, and actually, like, that's why I tell all of you, why are you aiming for SC if you've not even got STD yet?
Yeah.
You know? You need to be that.
Totally.
You need to be that before you decide. You need to be that before. I think I'll lose signal if I go for now.
Totally makes sense, Tash.
I am so hungry. Oh my god. Yeah. So, anybody else? Now's your chance. Now's your moment.
My big thing for me, I guess, is really like definitely gonna kick the personal development and like not necessarily just reading, but like everything, because I've got off track with my journals. I've got off track with everything. So like I think that's a big part of it. Like yesterday, if I wouldn't have took time out for myself, I felt like I was gonna have a meltdown. So definitely gotta take more time for self like care and love each day, even if it's just something small. But and talking to lots and lots of people, which I've stepped up my game in that in the last like 2 days. Like I've talked to close to 300 people. So it's just
So good. So what are you doing? Are you just building relationships with them?
yeah, literally just building relationships, adding them. Like I said, I found a post that said, comment, like it has a little, it was like, if you don't mind new mom friends connecting, drop an emoji. And that post has like 1.1 thousand people on it. Like whatever,
So
like
good.
1.1K. So like I've literally just been adding living crap at people and like making friends. And so far I've got like 3 people that have been interested. One's like, this mama needs energy. She's like, how much is this juice plus? Mama needs energy.
That's fun.
Yeah. And like, so I haven't got back to her yet. Like we kind of went over the prices and then I just sent her a message today, waiting to hear back from her. And
where are they? They're worldwide?
Yeah, they're all worldwide. And like I can really focus on worldwide now that I'm BF. Like I had to focus on Canadian, like to get to BF.
Yeah. So good, yeah. So good.
I know. And now it's just SE.
You got this.
But so then I got another girl. She does do Thrive, but she's going to college and she's looking for an actual like something that's going to bring in a decent income because she wants to be able to work from home while she's going to college. And so, I mean, we normally don't give information to other people like in other businesses, but like she's not looking to stay with Thrive. It's not getting her where she wants to be. So she's
a lot of people leave other companies for Juice Plus.
And she's pregnant right now, so I'm gonna send her some information on the pregnancy test. Like that, your mom just sent me some amazing information in H&E Mummies on pregnancy and like with Dr. Mitra Ray and everything. So I'm gonna send some of that wonderful information over to her once I take a look at it. I was gonna send it to the other girl too, but I wanted to look at it first. And yeah, so just really like building relationships. And then I got another couple, like I have a bunch of like 2 or 3 people here popped up on my side of my screen that I'm going to talk to. One just said she did start a home business, which I haven't even figured out what she did do, but she's struggling. Like she lost her house, like the whole bottom of her house in a flood with 6 feet of water right before she had her babies. Wow. And so I asked her how how renovations are going and how long is it going to take, and she basically said forever. So she's definitely not confident enough in like her financial aspect of things, so I'm going to work on that part of it. But yeah, just trying to really just open up connections. I mentioned a few people about my our calls and stuff like that, and a couple said that they might be interested in checking them out next time. Like one was busy today with her nephew's birthday party, but said she'd check it out next time. So yeah, just really like loving on people. Like the other day, I was talking to Bex yesterday after call, and this one girl like messaged me about she's like, I know you don't really know me, but she's like, I hope you don't mind a rant or a story, but because you don't know us, then maybe it'll help. Well, anyways, basically she calls her stepdaughter her bonus daughter, and the mom didn't even want to throw the daughter a birthday party and was only going to give her money. So the daughter asked the mom to give her a party.
Wow.
Or the stepmom to give her a party, a unicorn party at that. And anyways, so the mom decided to step in and kick her out of the whole thing. And I basically ended up just making her feel better. Like, I was like, you know what? I was like, let her make her cake, but you just make a bigger cake, make it better, and like just make the party what you want it to be, because you're the one that was hosting it. So she's like, I think I love you already.
Sounded so Texan then. I think I love you already, Jenna.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw the messages in H&E, but people are like, saw your post last night, so inspiring, and like And then another one was like
What was your post about?
about taking out time for self-love and like really just focusing on myself. And then
You're a mom, you know, you got to rinse that.
And then another girl, I had just messaged her and she didn't message back. And then I was like, I'm a mom of a 6-year-old autistic boy, and I saw your emoji on the post, so I thought I'd connect. And then she's like, moms like you are what make things possible, or something like that. And I'm like, aw, thanks.
That's great. That's really cool.
So like, yeah, so today I've had some pretty good, awesome messages coming in. I haven't really honestly got too much to do work done so far. I've managed to get about an hour. But I'm going, like, we're actually having a power hour as soon as we're done this meeting, and then JP should be home, so I'm going to spend some time with him, and then after bed I'm going to do out biz again. Just consistency, yeah, and really believe in myself. I really got to get on the social development and morning and evening routine. Big thing, and I noticed such a difference. Like, I felt like shit, excuse my French, when I woke up this morning because I drank yesterday, and I made myself get up and meditate.
Alcohol does that.
Yeah, and then I did that HIIT session 4 times with only a 2-minute break in between. So I felt amazing after. Like, after I got my capsules, I doubled up on them today because I needed that energy, and I felt like shit. So yeah, so basically I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just gonna keep it up. Like I said, I gotta make supper, and I do gotta do a power hour right after this, so I'll manage to get out a fair amount. But it's just the discipline, making yourself have time to do it. Like, tomorrow is pretty much all free for me, except for meeting with Switch and meeting with you. So I'll have all morning just to like throw biz out there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out. Honestly, doing things in the morning makes such a difference. That's why I've set power hours this week, and actually, I'll send them all to you. It won't be good for you guys really it won't be good for you guys in Canada, but actually, I'm doing power hours in the evening too. I have to change one of them though because I'm now working tomorrow night. So, but no, it's kind of crazy how much for me when I do my power in the morning, I'm like, oh. And I speak to so many more people because I spend my time the rest of the day not chasing my power hour, but chasing who else I can speak to and who else I can have, you know, on my repertoire for the day, let's say, and who else I can add to my grid. But, you know, my DMO now is simply because I've kind of struggled lately to just kind of like be consistent with getting people on my grid, even though I do my DMO. So my thing now is to get 2 people on my grid, to send 2 people information. And that's how I'm doing it. It's really simple. Just send 2 people information. So right now, that information for me is either a webinar or it's the Shred 10 info. It's mainly the Shred 10 info. I'm really going to push on that right now. So yeah.
That's it. I found a lot of this week I've been sending like more people are asking about information. They showed more interest when I've sent them like one of the videos which were relevant to their lifestyle. So like I've sent a couple of people about Jenny's call, Bex's call, and Jen's call, and they've been getting back to me saying, "Oh, send me more information." So I've sent them to our stories group, and then I'm just keeping it flowing nicely, and I just treat it up a little bit for myself. Does that make sense? And yeah, there's shown loads of interest, which I liked. And I'm keeping it going as well, guys.
Nice, Naomi. This is awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I think everybody's good, right? Everybody's good. Feeling strong. Let's finish the week strong and let's start the week even stronger. Yeah? Okay, guys. Peace out. I'm going to call my friend. I think I've got to go. I literally came here with to say, oh my cool, going home. Luckily for me, I don't care. Because, ooh, so red. So tanned, baby. It's going to turn to a nice brown tan. Anyway. Need a wee, guys. Goodbye. Love you all. Have a great week.
Bye.
Smile.
Okay.
Mwah.